orator is virtually unmatched in presidential history. His keen intelligence, his mastery of rhetoric, and above all, his reverential respect for the sacrifices made in preserving this new nation conceived in liberty, helped make the Gettysburg Address more than just an effective dedication for a new national cemetery. In fact, had Lincoln's speech been meant only to serve as a respectful dedication, it's doubtful that we would be gathered here 148 years later still talking about it. Yet, how could there be enough content to continue to foster academic debate in a mere 2-minute speech, given in a cultural context as far from us as the Spartans at Thermopylae? The main speaker of the day, Edward Everett, spoke for over 2 hours, and yet I would challenge you to find a college course today where students are encouraged to debate the topics brought forth in Everett's speech. The reason that we continue to teach the Gettysburg Address in the schools, the reason that we're here today talking about it on its anniversary, is because the main argument presented in it is still critically important to the survival of our nation. President Lincoln's speech at Gettysburg was a desperate warning to the American people of 1863, and the warning still applies.
Fourscore 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth upon this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war. To test whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come here to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. For the brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say, but it can never forget what they did. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work, which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, and that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people, shall never perish from the earth.
Lincoln down there. Good idea. There were a whole lot more people here a few weeks ago. It's gotten cold. Marching in this direction for about half an hour. I don't know. She's probably trying to get out of the wind. To the Memorial Stadium. Press box. Yep. Pretty cool, but you know what? I am freezing out here, so